Abu Ibrahim Ismail ibn Ahmad, better known as Isma'il ibn Ahmad, was the Samanid emir of Transoxiana and Khorasan. His reign saw the emergence of the Samanids as a powerful force. He was the son of Ahmad ibn Asad and a descendant of Saman Khuda, the founder of the Samanid dynasty who renounced Zoroastrianism and embraced Islam. Early life. During his brother Nasser's reign, Ismail was sent to take control of Bukhara, which had been devastated by looting on the part of forces from Khorasan. The citizens of the city welcomed Ismail, seeing him as someone who could bring stability. Soon afterwards, a disagreement over where tax money should be distributed caused a falling out between Nasser and Ismail. A struggle ensued, in which Ismail proved victorious. Although he took effective control of the state, he did not formally overthrow his brother, instead remaining in Bukhara. He did so because Nasser had been the one whom the caliph had given the formal investiture of Transoxiana to. In the caliph's eyes, Nasser was the only legitimate ruler of the region. Furthermore, the Safarids of Sistan had claims on Transoxiana. The overthrow of Nasser would have given the Safarids a pretext for invading. Ismail therefore continued to formally recognize Nasser as ruler until the latter's death in August 892, at which point he officially took power. Reign and missionary efforts. Ismail was active to the north and east, steadily spreading Samanid influence as well as solidifying his control over other areas including Kerman, Sistan and Kabul. Ismail was successful in establishing economic and commercial development and organized a powerful army. It was said that he made his capital Bukhara into one of Islam's most glorious cities, as Ismail attracted scholars, artists, and doctors of law into the region. The first translation of the Quran into Persian was completed during Samanid rule. Sunni theology greatly cultivated during Ismail's reign, as numerous mosques and madrasas were built. In 893, Ismail took the city of Talis, the capital of the Karluk Turks, taking large numbers of slaves and livestock. In addition, a Nestorian church was converted into a mosque. He also brought an end to the Principality of Ashrusana, extending Samanid control over the Sir Darya River. Ismail and other Samanid rulers propagated Islam amongst the inhabitants, and as many as 30,000 tenths of Turks came to profess Islam. During his reign he subjugated numerous regional states to the east, directly incorporating some within his boundaries and retaining the local rulers of others as vassals. Khorasan to the north was partitioned, the southern part remained autonomous under its Safavid rulers, while the northern part was governed by a Samanid official. Another campaign in 903 further secured the Samanid boundaries. These campaigns kept the heart of his state safe from Turkish raids, and allowed Muslim missionaries to expand their activities in the region. Campaigns even after his brother Nasser's death. Ismail's rule in Bukhara was not formally recognized by the caliph at that point. As a result, the Safarid ruler Amr al-Layth himself asked the caliph for the investiture of Transoxiana. The caliph al-Mu'tadid, however, sent Ismail a letter urging him to fight Amr al-Layth and the Safarids, whom the caliph considered usurpers. According to the letter, the caliph stated that he prayed for Ismail, who the caliph considered as the rightful ruler of Khorasan. The letter had a profound effect on Ismail, as he was determined to oppose the Safarids. The two sides fought in Burke, northern Afghanistan, during the spring of 900. During battle, Ismail was significantly outnumbered as he came out with 20,000 horsemen against Amr's 70,000 strong cavalry. Ismail's horsemen were ill-equipped, with most having wooden stirrups while some had no shields or lances. Amr al-Layth's cavalry, on the other hand, were fully equipped with weapons and armor. Despite fierce fighting, Amr was captured as some of his troops switched sides and joined Ismail. Isma'il wished to ransom him to the Safavids, but they refused, so he sent Amr to the Caliph, who blamed Amr's conduct in the matter and then invested Isma'il with Khorasan, Tabaristan, Ray, and Isfahan. Isma'il decided to take advantage of the Caliph's grant by sending an army to Tabaristan, which was then controlled by the Zaydids under Muhammad ibn Zayd. Muhammad and his army met the Samanid army under Muhammad ibn Harun al-Sarqsi at Gurgan, and in the ensuing battle the Samanids prevailed, and the severely wounded Muhammad was captured. He died on the next day, the 3rd of October 900. His corpse was decapitated, and his head was sent to Isma'il at the Samanid court at Bukhara. As Muhammad's son and designated heir Zayd was also captured and sent to Bukhara, the Zaydid leaders agreed to name Zayd's infant son al-Mahdi as the ruler, but dissension broke out among the ranks. One of them proclaimed himself for the Abbasids instead, and his troops attacked and massacred the Zaydid supporters. Instead, the Samanids took over the province. The Samanid conquest brought along a restoration of Sunni Islam in the province. However, Isma'il's general Muhammad ibn Harun shortly revolted, forcing Isma'il to send an army under his son Ahmad Samani and cousin Abu al-Abbas Abdullah into northern Persia in 901, including Tabaristan, forcing Muhammad to flee to Dalam. The Samanid army also managed to conquer several other cities including Ray and Qazvin, though subsequent rulers lost the territory to the Dalamites and Kurds. Isma'il then appointed his cousin Abu al-Abbas Abdullah as the governor of Tabaristan. Although Isma'il continued to send gifts to the Caliph, as was customary, he neither paid tribute or taxes. For all intents and purposes he was an independent ruler, although he never took any title higher than that of amir. Death. After a long sickness, Isma'il died in 907 and was succeeded by his son Ahmad Samani. Isma'il gave enormous amounts of booty and riches to others, and kept nothing. Legacy. According to a Bukharian historian writing in 943 stated that Isma'il was indeed worthy and right for padishahship. He was intelligent, just, compassionate person, one possessing reason and prescience. He conducted affairs with justice and good ethics. Whoever tyrannized people he would punish. In affairs of state he was always impartial. The celebrated scholar Nizam al-Mulk, in his famous work, Siyasat-Nama, stated that Isma'il was extremely just, and his good qualities were many. He had pure faith in God and he was generous to the poor, to name only one of his notable virtues. With the end of Soviet Union dominion in Central Asia, Isma'il's legacy was rediscovered and rehabilitated. The Samanid currency of Tajikistan is named after Isma'il. Also, the highest mountain in Tajikistan is named after Isma'il. The mountain was formerly known as Stalin Peak and Communism Peak, but was subsequently changed to the Isma'il Samani Peak. Also, the greatest award of Tajikistan, which is equal to $2,000, is in his name.